This is Morten from English. I have the pleasure of being with my good friend Adrian. I mean, we have known each other for some years now.
Oh yes, it's quite a long time that we met first time and regular contact with you, which is always great.
Likewise. And I always like that sometimes during COVID, when we were trying to get online conversations, you were sitting in the mountains with bad phone connections.
That's the advantage of this online world, yes, of the virtual world, where no matter where you are, you still can have contact, but it's nothing compared to being here in person, to meet with people personally, and also having a beer is quite difficult online. So I prefer to have a beer with you afterwards at the bar.
You mean the number 2 beer, right?
Don't count, please.
Okay. I was also thinking that just before Hunkler Innovation Days last year, when we did the interview with you in Sofingen, that was the first time after COVID. And again, it's like, even though that you develop relationships online and virtually, it's always like when you then meet in person, it is like extending it to the next step, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, it's to feel a person face to face, it's not
just different.
It's something different. Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that we spoke with Volker about just a moment ago was also that when we look at the journey that you have been within Müller Martini, there's a few positions you have not had, but you have actually quite a lot of experience. Tell me just very briefly your journey within Müller Martini.
Well, as a young guy, shortly after graduation, starting as a commissioning engineer, at that time in the newspaper division, that was in '96, so some years back, as you can imagine. And then I made my way through, and the nice thing at Müller Martini that I always had new opportunities to come to the next level. And whenever I started to feel a bit, okay, now I have seen it, they gave me some new tasks. So I went through project management, sales, R&D, leading the R&D department for some time. And now since several years in the product management, which is great fun, and where I can combine my experience from sales and on the other hand, some technical background in a perfect manner.
Yeah, because I mean, head of product management, yeah, yes. Basically means that for each product line you have people that are really deep into their products. Exactly. But you have to be the one that makes sure that it bridges not only to what you produce, but also to what sales can sell and what the market needs, right?
Absolutely. That's basically our main task. Yes. Yeah. So listen to the market, listen to the customers, listen to our sales, anticipate the development, look what others do, where the markets are heading to, and out of that, draw the right conclusions, figure out where do our products need to go, and then it's the task of my guys in the product management to do all the specification and lead the entire process until we head it over into R&D to bring our ideas down into iron and steel. Yeah.
How do you get yourself? How do you keep yourself updated? Because I mean, one thing is to see what is in the market right now. Another thing is like, okay, I guess that every time you decide on a new product line, it can cost millions, right?
Yes.
So I guess that you have to be relatively certain that, okay, we believe in this product, we can go this direction.
I mean, of course, it is a team approach. It's not me saying we go that direction. It's a team approach.
Have you tried? Maybe it could be fun.
Yeah, it could be fun, but I don't think my bosses would let me do that. So it's a team approach. It's a lot of discussions, figure out with all the different experiences of the people in sales, in the management, okay, does this make sense to head that direction? And then in the end, it's our task to define the right framework and move forward with it.
When Chica and I were in Sofingen, we saw the new book factory, which is, let's say, a smaller footprint, almost looked like something you do in a larger scale, but now you bring it down in a smaller digital version. I mean, your role in being sure that it fits the market and talk to the right people internally and how to get that done, I mean, is it difficult? Does it take a lot of time? How is the process?
It is sometimes difficult. I mean, it's not always clear. What I can say that for quite some years already, Müller Martini has a clear dedication driving the digital transformation. That was back at Drupa 2016 with our finishing 4.0 development strategy, which basically already included all the different pillars which are required to build up a smart book factory. And now we really feel that the time has come that digital production is growing, is expanding a bit slower than we actually expected. And we are convinced that with the Sigma Line Compact and the new Perfect Binder, we have a perfect fit, and we are here with the right product at the right time. And therefore, I think this one was a good example of looking far into the future, anticipate, okay, the digital path forward, that's important for us, and create the right products for it. What's important for us, we should never forget about our clientele, which still runs offset, which is confronted with ever smaller jobs, higher job complexity, production complexity, and in that respect, we need to improve our, I call it offset machines, in a way that they are as efficient as possible, also for complex small job structures. So we need to cover both sides. Yeah, one side is the digital, the other one is the offset world.
But I'm just thinking that when you talk about here, when we talk about, let's say, the complex world of smaller print runs and the faster turnaround time for, let's say, the analog world, I guess that is a huge advantage for you to learn, because it must be similar challenges you have in the digital world, right?
Absolutely, yes. So we can use a lot of synergies, basically, yes, and that the challenges are similar, and we need to translate it into the most suitable and most efficient products.
I have to ask you one question.
Do so.
And
Go ahead.
is, who decides the name? That must be you.
No, it's not me. Typically, we make kind of a quiz. In the product management, we have
so it's a dice?
We have a list where we collect suggestions and names. And shall I tell you a secret?
Let me hear.
You know, the name Antaro actually came up at the after work red wine, and that's why it's called Antaro.
Of course.
Yeah. So it is also there, as basically everywhere in Müller Martini, it's very much a team approach. It's not one person deciding and doing everything. It's the team which counts, and which was very important. And I'm particularly happy here at Drupa with my team of product managers, from the youngsters like Fabian Becker, who joined the company 1 year ago, a bit more than 1 year ago, does a great job. The experienced product managers like Ingolf Fritsche for digital and Ronald Redmond for softcover, who have a great show, Markus Dissler for hardcover. So it's great to work with a team like that.
I mean, being able to attract some of the best engineers and marketing and office people. I mean, just being able to attract some of the best people in the market is just fantastic, right?
It's fantastic, yeah.
I have it exactly the same way with my team.
That's great, yeah. So it's nothing better than to have a good team behind you, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So last thing here, you and Jennifer were responsible for building this tiny little booth you have here at Drupa, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
yes.
So you started with this little and then you grew, right?
Basically, yes. Yeah, it was a highly interesting project, so very challenging as well, because the other part of the job is still there, so there's just something on top. But I'm very satisfied with the result. I'm very satisfied with the positive feedback we have. And my mission is accomplished if our sales guys are happy, if customers are happy, then what else would you expect?
We have only heard good things, right, Chica? So, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Morten. It was a pleasure.